Um, Y'all know we must be getting close to an election because everybody talks louder when they get up here to speak. And it is time. We are getting close to election. I'm going to take just a minute to tell you where we've been. I want to talk about where we're going. As y'all know, many of you filed your LLCs. I take 700,000 documents now. We're all automated in the Secretary of State's office. We got the lowest filing fees in the country. Your LLC filing fee on your renewal, zero. The lowest filing fees in the country. We created Y'all Business that we were just talking about. It is the most complete package that you can have on research in Mississippi. Every single county has been analyzed, just like a Target or a Walmart was going to move there. Every single one of them have been analyzed, and you use that. All of y'all use that. We get great marks. We've gone to online auctions for tax forfeited properties. We made $1.5 million last year putting property that was really abandoned back on the voter rolls. We've acquired 18,000 acres in Mississippi in the Delta, an island, Cat Island. We've acquired many public spaces for y'all, all to be used by you and your grandchildren. All of that's been done with private dollars and federal dollars and very little of the state funds. We implemented voter ID. Yep, we implemented voter ID. And despite what you may hear about that, we are the only state that didn't get sued, and Mississippi was the only state that didn't get sued. Saved millions of dollars on lawyers and everything else. In addition to that, this last poll that we just had said 81% of Mississippians thought voter ID was a good deal. So we worked hard with that. 16th section land, we put all the leases on the land. Some of you had those leases. We went to fair value, just like the law said it was. When I leave this office, we will have raised $1 billion for schools in Mississippi off your 16th section lands. And one other thing you'll really appreciate, all you businessmen and women, my budget this year is less than the day I started 12 years ago. We work hard on watching your money, watching your dollars. So I want to talk to you a little bit about a couple other things. Where we're going. In Mississippi, we've been taking surveys. Y'all been great. First time we took a survey, only about 2,000 of y'all sent stuff back. This last survey, you sent 5,000 replies back. 5,000 replies. And I ask you, what do you need? What do you want from us? What do you want from the legislature? What's most important? And it will come as no shock to you. The most important thing, educated workforce. An educated workforce was the most important thing, and then they wanted community support. So we met in Lowndes County, and we started things like Hands, where people will start to look at what they want to be when they're in the 10th and 11th grade in school. Without an educated workforce, we will not prosper. And without a strong public education, we can't have an educated workforce. The path forward is clear. That's where we need to spend our time and efforts. Y'all have seen a lot about cybersecurity. We get attacked at the statewide election management system thousands of times by people all over the world trying to get into our stuff. 1.8 million voter rolls are held there, and we work every single day to make sure that those are protected. I got a secret clearance with Homeland Security. We have great people that are working in our IT department to defend the information that you give us on your statewide election management system, so it'll be ready for you next Tuesday. And while I tell you about that, I want to close by saying a couple of things. I got invited by General Balls to go to Kuwait. 2.5 weeks ago, I was standing in the sand in Kuwait, just south of the Iraqi border. And I was standing there with the men and women of the 155th. There are 3,200 Mississippians out in the desert. And they're in the Middle East. They're not just in Kuwait and Iraq. They're in 10 different countries all over the Middle East. And they're doing a great job. And they're in all the rough places that you don't want to go. And I took them a bracelet that said, Mississippi misses you. We want you to come home. They left in May, and they won't be back till next March. They're not going to make the election. They're not going to make the Mississippi State-Ole Miss game. They're not going to make Christmas. They're going to be over there while their kids get sick and their jobs get waited on while they have postponed their professional and their personal careers to go defend your right to vote. Now, if any of you have been honored enough to be with those men and women in Kuwait, not one of you would miss a vote on Tuesday. It's the most important thing we have. Your voting is a right. Some of you have defended and fought for that right. They're defending and fighting for it today in sand dunes all over the Middle East. It is your right to vote. And you know what else it is? It's your obligation to vote. Go vote next Tuesday. Exercise your right. Fulfill your obligation. Honor those 3,200 members that are members of your community. Your next door neighbors are over there fighting for you. Take your time to go cast a ballot. We'll look forward to seeing you at all our 1,800 precincts, and thank y'all for inviting me, and God bless America.